have a think. Director Kim, this film has been phenomenally successful. I believe it's, he's laughing already, I believe it's 20 million admissions in Korea, which is stunning for even by Korean standards.
No, 2 million.
2 million? We were trying to work this out before. At one point he said 200 million, but it's 2 million. 2 million, okay. So you come from a sort of, your first movie was a sort of a horror movie, is that right? And so, and your next movie is going to be a horror movie. Why this film, and what was it about it that kind of charmed you and intrigued you, and made you want to make the movie?
저도 잘 모르겠고요, 사실은.
I don't know really.
호러 무비를 만드는 것도 굉장히 좋아하고 또 제가 생각해 보면은 관객들이 이렇게 즉각적으로 반응하는 영화들을 좋아하는 것 같아요. 그게 코미디가 됐던 호러 무비가 됐던.
Of course, I love making horror movies, and I think basically I love making the kind of movies that make people respond immediately, whether it's a horror movie or a comedy.
그래서 다음 영화는 코미디 영화에서는 제 역량을 여기 다 쓴 것 같고 또 남은 어떤 역량으로 다음 영화는 아마 호러 무비가 될 것 같습니다.
So I think I've used up all my capacity as a comedy maker in this film. I put everything into this film, so my next film will probably be a horror film.
Is this, do you have a genuine worry and almost contempt of celebrity culture, or is it just the film you made at this time?
되게 여기 나온 액트리스는 굉장히 제가 존경하고 그리고 너무 사랑하는 배우인데 특별히 어떤 비판의식 같은 게 있었던 건 아니고요. 그런 어떤 서치들을 많이 했고 배우들한테 직접 인터뷰도 많이 하면서 이제 좀 현실감들을 느끼게끔 만들려고 노력을 했습니다.
The actress in the movie is someone that I admire greatly and love, and I wasn't trying to criticize celebrities or their lifestyles, but I did a lot of searching online, and I also interviewed a lot of actors and actresses, so that I could make it as realistic as possible.
Is it directly based on any actors or actresses you know about, or is it completely invented?
일정 부분은 관련이 돼 있고요. 일정 부분은 또 아닙니다.
Partially based on fact, partially fiction.
How did you go about casting the two female leads?
어떻게 캐스팅하게 되셨는지요?
김혜수 여기 주인공 배우는 한국에서 어릴 때부터 아역 때부터 연기를 했던 아주 유명한 배우고 그리고 중학생으로 나오는 그 단지역은 한 200명에서 300명 정도 오디션을 봐서 캐스팅하게 됐습니다.
The actress who played the actress is actually a top star in Korea right now, who has been acting since she was very young. And the girl who played Tangi was chosen out of, I think, 200 to 300 girls who auditioned for the part.
Did you personally audition all of them?
Yes.
Yeah. That must have been quite tough, whittling it down.
근데도 굉장히 중요한 캐릭터였기 때문에 그리고 또 어린 역할을 했어야 됐고 그 현실감을 주기 위해서는 저는 김혜수 배우는 제가 믿음이 원래부터 있었지만 이 영화에서 가장 중요한 캐스팅이라고 생각해서 그런 노력도 했습니다.
So of course the part of Tangi was a very important role, and she had to play a very young girl, so it had to be someone who could pull it off realistically. And in the case of Kim Hae-soo, the actress, I had complete faith in her already.
Does anyone have a question they'd like to ask? This theme is already familiar, at least to me, in certain Hollywood movies like and the idea of an actress using children to advance her career is almost a sort of comedy tragedy thing. Were you aware of Mommy Dearest and that kind of that sort of genre in Hollywood?
정확하게 그 영화는 보지는 못했고 한국 타이틀이 어떤 건지 잘 모르겠는데 보지는 못했어요. 그리고 많은 영화들을 참고를 하고 이 영화를 준비하면서 영감을 받으려고 연습했습니다.
I'm not aware of that particular film, and I'm not sure what the title was in Korean, but I haven't seen that film. But I did watch a lot of other films to prepare for this one and do research and try to get inspired.
Did you do a lot of rehearsal and conversations with the actresses before? Or?
네네. 오디션에도 직접 김혜수 배우가 참여를 했었고 그 전에도 어떻게든 그 여자 배우였던 삶들이 있기 때문에 인터뷰를 그러니까 대화들을 많이 나눴습니다.
Yes, I spent a lot of time with the cast, and especially Kim Hae-soo, the actress. She took part in the audition to find the young girl, and also because it deals with the actual life of a top actress. Of course, we spent a lot of time talking about it.
I mean, did Kim Hae-soo say, "Oh, this is a bit like my life" every now and again? Were there moments that she responded to particularly?
저한테는 나랑 너무 다르다라고는 얘기했었는데 사실 조금 많이 녹아 있는 것 같고 또 여자 배우로서 여배우를 연기한다는 게 영화 좀 분리시키는 작업들이 있어야 된다고 믿어서 그런 어떤 김혜수라는 배우와 그리고 이 역할 그 고주연이라는 역할을 좀 분리시키는 데 많은 시간들을 할애했습니다.
Well, to me, she said, Ko Ju-yeon is so different from me, but I think that being an actress herself, some of it is, based on her experience. But because she's an actress playing the part of an actress, it was very important to separate the two: her real life as an actress and the life of this actress. So we spent a lot of time trying to, make the separation.
Is there and the other casting decisions apart from the two lead actresses? How did you cast?
마동석이라는 배우가 이제 그 매니저 겸 스타일리스트로 나오는데 좀 우리가 한국에서는 흔히 스타일리스트가 게이들이 많이 좀 여성스러움을 갖고 있는 배우들이 많이 하는데 좀 그것과 좀 반대되게 남성성이 되게 짙지만 되게 엄마 같은 역할을 원했어서 저는 근육질의 어떤 스타일리스트가 나오면은 재미있겠다라고 생각을 해서 마동석 캐스팅을 하게 됐습니다.
마동석 씨 반응은 어땠나요?
굉장히 편해했어요. 왜냐하면 액션 배우로서 많은 그 위험한 장면들을 많이 연기를 했었는데 이 영화에서는 거의 액션이 없어서 굉장히 좋아했습니다.
Ma Dong-seok, who played the part of the actress's stylist / manager, well, the reason I thought of him is because usually in Korea, when you think of, and probably everywhere else, when you think of a stylist, it's usually somebody who's gay and who's very feminine. And I thought it would be very funny if I had somebody who's very masculine, really muscular, buff, but who's also motherly at the same time. And when I asked him to play the role, when he was doing the role, he was really comfortable doing it because he's an action actor, so he's always been in a lot of dangerous scenes. But because he has pretty much no action sequences in this film, it was very easy for him.
Question: do we have a microphone or no? We don't. Just
okay.
Hang on. We did. Wait a second.
Thank you. Great film. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask about you thought about gender. I thought it was quite an interesting tension between her being so stereotypically girly, and then on the other hand, well, this power actress who then defends the girl in front of everyone. That is sort of constantly comes up in one way or another. I just would like you to comment on that.
어떻게 보면 이 영화는 성장 영화라고 볼 수 있는데요.
This film is actually a coming of age film.
고주연이라는 굉장히 이기적인 자기밖에 모르는 어떤 한 여성이 가족은 갖고 싶지만 왜 모든 걸 밖에서 봤을 때는 가지고 있는 것 같지만 왜 나는 허탈할까 이런 고민들을 하게 되면서 실망을 하게 되는데 희생이란 걸 통해서 좀 이 여성이 어떤 가족을 이룰 수 있는 하나의 어떤 인간으로서 성장해가는 과정들을 좀 보여주고 싶어서 어떤 그런 어떤 성장의 과정들을 좀 이 영화에 녹여내려고 노력했습니다.
So this is a film about Ko Ju-yeon, the actress who's obviously very selfish, very egocentric, and she wants to have a family. And on the surface, it looks like she's got it all, but she's saying, you know, why do I feel so empty? And so I wanted to show how she grows. I wanted to show that through sacrifice, she is able to gain a family, and I wanted to show how that happens to her.
그래서 한국 외국은 잘 모르겠는데 어떤 가장이라는 사람들이 갖고 있는 생각들은 자기가 돈을 벌고 그리고 자기가 어떤 이 가족의 가장이라고 생각을 하면은 마음대로 해도 된다고 생각하지만 사실 그렇지 않거든요. 그래서 어떤 대안의 어떤 가족의 형태를 보여주면서 우리가 가족으로서 그리고 또 내가 가장으로서 혹은 가족의 일원으로서 한 번쯤 다시 한번 가족에 대한 의미를 생각하게 만들고 싶었습니다.
I'm not sure about other countries, but in Korea, when somebody is the head of the family, it's usually the father. And then when they're the head of the family, they're the main breadwinner, and then they think that they can do whatever they want and it's okay. But in reality, it's not okay. And by showing an alternative kind of a type of family, I wanted to show that I wanted to make people rethink the meaning of family, whether it's the head of the family or whether it's another member of the family. I wanted them to really think about the meaning of family again.
Another question. Does anyone have a... Oh, yeah, like this.
I thought the film was visually very stunning. In terms of the production design, it reminded me at times of Wes Anderson, and the combination of the women-centric thematics, the high melodrama, and the look of the film of Pedro Almodovar. Now, I think your production designer should get some sort of award, but could you tell me how you constructed the look and feel of the films with the warm visuals, stunning bright colours throughout?
시각적으로 영화가 정말 이렇게 눈부시다고 생각했습니다. 그래서 프로덕션 디자인을 하는 데 있어서 웨스 앤더슨 감독이 또 떠올랐고, he's happy to hear that. And 그리고 또 그 여성들이 많이 출연하는 그런 멜로드라마적인 요소도 있어서 페드로 멜도바 씨도 생각이 났습니다. 그래서 프로덕션 디자인을 해주신 분이 상을 받아 마땅하다고 생각하고요. 그리고 이렇게 따뜻하고 시각적으로 정말 화려한 이런 색감을 어떤 식으로 준비하셨는지요?
어찌됐건 이 영화는 여배우가 주인공인 영화라서 조금 더 영화적인 색채와 좀 현실과는 조금 더 영화적인 색채와 디자인과 그런 것들을 사용하고 싶었어요. 왜냐하면 이 바탕에 깔려있는 얘기 자체가 어떻게 보면 굉장히 좀 우울할 수 있기 때문에 어떤 영화적인 색감들을 조금 더 밝게 혹은 또 화려하게 만들고 싶었고, 실제로는 한국은 사계절이 있어서 그 가든에 수영장을 만들지 못해요. 그래서 사실 저기에 있는 집도 실제로는 수영장이 없었는데 파내서 실제로 만들기도 했었고, 그래서 영화적인 그 영화를 볼 때 어떤 시각적인 즐거움을 주려고 노력을 했고.
Well, this is a story about an actress, so I wanted the colors to be very vibrant, very bright, and more cinematic. And so we focused on designing it that way. And because the underlying story itself can seem a little bit sad or depressing, I wanted to make sure that the colors were I wanted to make sure that it was very colorful. And the house that she lives in, well, in Korea there are 4 seasons, so realistically most houses don't really have a swimming pool. So this house didn't have one either, so we dug up the ground and made a swimming pool to provide some more visual aspects that were pleasing to the eye.
그리고 저 집 같은 경우에는 어떤 고주연을 대표한다고 생각을 했었어요. 그래서 어떻게 보면 배우로서 전시되어 있는 마치 사람이 살 것 같지 않은 집으로 그 고주연을 좀 대표하는 어떤 공간으로서, 그리고 또 나중에 그 집을 잃게 되면서 이 감정과 그리고 그 사람의 어떤 상황들을 좀 집을 통해서 보여주고 싶었던 것도 있었습니다.
And I wanted the house to represent Ko Ju-yeon, the actress, and her life, where it's always on show. And then I wanted, so I wanted the house to look like a house that somebody actually wouldn't live in. And then later, when she loses the house, I wanted that to be portrayed. I wanted the feelings that she has to be portrayed through the house.
그리고 그렇게 과찬에 칭찬해 주셔서 감사합니다.
And thank you very much for the compliments.
Another question.
I'm just going to say 2 things in Korean to the director and I'll switch back to English for the rest of the public. 안녕하세요. 저 외국에서 자란 교포거든요. 그래서 한국을 잘은 모르지만은 한국 사회에 이렇게 close-minded한 이런 거는 조금 제가 알거든요. So I'm just saying that I'm Korean, but I was raised in the Canary Islands in Spain since I was 1. So I know Korean society not very well, but I do know a little bit. So the way I saw this movie was beyond a romantic comedy or a comedy. I saw it really as a criticism of the society, not only about gender roles like the lady in the front said, but also about the pudor and kind of the close-mindedness around sex. The kind of like how badly we look at single mothers, religion, even celebrity. So on many layers, you had a lot of criticism about Korean society. And I'm just curious to see how that was received in Korea, because I haven't been back to Korea in many years.
사실 어떤 미혼모 문제, 그리고 또 중학생이 임신했다는 그 사실은 이렇게 받아들이지 못해요. 그리고 또 그런 중학생이 임신했다는 걸 보면 모두 다 되게 보수적인 관점으로 안 좋게 보는 게 사실 맞고요. 저 역시 이 영화를 만들기 전에는 아마도 그런 생각을 갖고 있었을 겁니다. 그런데 이 영화를 만들기 시작했을 땐 어떤 마음이었냐면 길거리에서 이런 중학생의 미혼모를 보면 이 영화를 본 이후에는 그래도 이 영화를 보기 전보다는 훨씬 더 따뜻한 마음으로 그 중학생을 바라보지 않을까? 그렇게 만들어야겠다라는 생각을 했었습니다.
Like you said, Korean society in general doesn't look favorably on single mothers, and especially they think it's just unacceptable that a middle school student would get pregnant, and they won't allow it, they won't accept it at all. And so people are very conservative when it comes to issues like that. And I probably would have thought in a similar way before I made this movie, but I was thinking that when I started working on this film, what I wanted people to do was that by watching this film, I wanted them to at least become a little bit more different, so that when they see a very young-looking teenager who is pregnant or with a child on the streets, they would be able to look at her with a little bit more warmth than they would have before they had seen the film.
그리고 실제로 어떤 미혼모들을 위한 상영들을 했었고, 그리고 또 미혼모를 위한 단체를 위해서 이제 상영을 했었는데, 많은 분들이 고마워해 주셔서 저도 굉장히 의미 있고 뜻깊은 영화기도 합니다.
We held screenings for a lot of single mothers, very young single mothers, and also for groups or organizations that help single mothers. And so many of them were very thankful for the film. So for me, it was a very rewarding and meaningful process.
I think we have time for one more question.
I have the mic. I actually have two questions. The first is, what is the peach made of? And the second question is, who did the illustrations, paintings and stuff?
네. 원래는 컴퓨터 그래픽으로 하려고 했었어요. 근데 컴퓨터 그래픽으로 했을 때와 그리고 실제 그 보형물을 만들었을 때는 굉장히 큰 차이가 있다라고 생각을 했었는데, 그래서 제작사랑 좀 많이 다투기도 했었는데, 저 보형물은 그 PVC로 만든 거고요. 그리고 또 그 단지가 직접 사실은 그림을 그리려고 그 미술 공부도 하고 했었는데, 사실 일러스트레이터가 그렸던 그림입니다. 네.
Okay. Originally, I was going to use CGI for the peach, but I felt that a CGI peach would look very different from an actual peach. So I fought a lot with the production company, and then we ended up making it out of PVC plastic. And as for the illustrations, Tangi wanted to, the girl who played Tangi, she wanted to do all the pictures herself, so she took art lessons, did not improve that much, so an illustrator did all the paintings.
I just had a question. I thought the acting of the two female leads was amazing. How old in real life is the role of Tangi? How the actress who played her role, and since the casting in this movie, has she won another role in a movie?
16살이고 우리 영화 찍었을 때는 16살이고요. 네, 그렇죠. 네. 그리고 지금 이 영화 이후로는 지금 고등학교를 진학해서 좀 연기를 좀 쉬고 고등학교 진학을 해갖고 친구들이랑 좀 이렇게 놀라고도 많이 얘기를 했었고, 그래서 지금은 잠깐 쉬고 있습니다.
She was actually 15 when she worked on this film, and then she went to high school since the film was finished, so she's taking a break from acting and trying to spend more time with her friends for now.
Is that it? Is there anything you'd like to add to?
너무 이렇게 외국 관객들이 제 영화를 본다는 거는 저한테는 굉장히 중요한 경험이고, 또 어떻게 보셨는지에 대한 어떤 궁금증들이 있었는데, 이런 Q&A를 통해서 얘기할 수 있어서 너무 감사드리고, 그리고 앞으로도 제 영화가 혹시나 런던에 상영하게 되면 꼭 찾아서 봐주시길 바라겠습니다.
The fact that so many foreigners are watching my film is a very important experience for me, and I was very curious to find out how you would think, what you would think, and I'm very happy that I was able to find out through this Q&A, and I hope that if my next film gets shown in London that you'll go and check that out too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.